Green Book, Little Women, Joker, Avengers, Endgame, Black Panther, Irishman, 1917, Roma, Green Book, A Star is Born. I love movies. Hello, my name is Kyle, and this is The Conservative Take. Please consider liking and subscribing. So the Oscars has done it again, and at one point in my life, I really loved staying up for the Oscars. I would do all kind of reviews. I would try and watch as many movies as I can. As you know, on this channel, I reviewed a bunch of Oscar films, and I kind of like doing it prior to the beginning of the Oscar season so that people could know which movies they would want to see or talk about or just have any interest whatsoever. I would do all the Oscar movies that are nominated for Best Picture, and for the most part, those are the best ones. And then I would do a review to let you know whether or not you should like it or not like it, which is really the basis of this whole channel initially, to do movie reviews and to say, this is a movie that a conservative or a person who has common sense would like and maybe not like. And that was my conservative take. That was how it started. Well, there's no more movies on this channel because there's nothing I really want to watch anymore. I'm considering going back to some older movies that really are things we can revisit, that have good conservative values, and things we can actually enjoy with our families. I'm considering doing that. But as you know, the Oscar ratings this year absolutely cratered. This is from National Review. It hit another low. And so let's just talk about this a little bit as I kind of reminisce of the days of old when the Oscars was just fun times. I mean, I just liked it. And I know people who don't like that sort of thing. For me, that's what it was. And I liked it, and I liked to do that for people to share my opinions and talk about it, because movies really bring us together. But then again, they can also tear us apart, like the Oscars is doing right now. It says here, everyone knew this was coming, given how pathetic the ratings were for the Golden Globes and the Grammys. Even so, the viewership numbers are a shocking disaster for the Academy Awards broadcast. After last year's rock bottom viewership of 23.6 million, the top award went to a Korean film, Parasite, which we reviewed on this particular channel, by the way. And by the way, Parasite is still getting a lot of reviews from the South Korean audience that are on this channel, which is interesting. It does still play, and it does have a decent message, but for the most part, it basically trashes capitalism. So even that movie had its problems. The average person hadn't even heard of it. This year's Oscars went full woke. You never go full woke. You know why? Because you go full broke. Crashed 58% off last season's abysmal viewership, down to 9.85. You saw that graphic in the intro I did before. Had a lot of fun doing that, by the way. And you saw how it went just ridiculously low in one year. 58%. In a nation of 330 million people, not even 10 million people in America watched the Oscars. Let that sink in. So the ratings were even down more for young adults, which is what the Oscars were looking for. They're looking to get the younger viewers, right? In the 18 to 49 demographic, this is incredible. Crashed 64%. The star power is gone. The glamour is gone. The public interest is gone. Hey, the public interest has been gone. And it's really, really been gone now. And let me just talk about these numbers, okay? I had those numbers on the screen. You can look back before. I'm not going to put them on the screen here. But you saw how the difference was. I said before in this channel that the left is about 25 to 30% of America. That's kind of, when you look at any poll of the wacky stuff they're trying to pull, like the Green New Deal or this new infrastructure thing or this college reimbursement or wiping out college tuition, any of these wacky liberal things they want to do or ideas, it's about 30% of the population. Well, if you look at what's going on, if you look at the average of those past few years, they got about those people. That's who they're attracting now. They're attracting the base of their party, which is totally ridiculous. And someone asked me on a live stream this weekend, will the Republicans take the House back? Barring any more cheating, they will, because they have moved the party so far to the radical base that no one even wants to even deal with it. They're losing the moderate Democrats who have common sense. And they're just stuck with that people over there, and the people who are just totally disinterested in anything and believe anything that CNN or MSNBC says. That's who is their base now. And that's not enough to carry an election, which is why they want to bring up more people into their base and give them more set asides and goodies so that they can be, indebted to the government. That's what they want. They want another class of people who will be indebted to this Democrat Party so they can continue winning elections if they can't do it illegally. So that's what's going on. So they're in deep trouble politically, but they're also deep trouble culturally because they've tuned everyone out. We know obviously what LeBron James has done. What he's done with the NBA, he's destroyed it. And here it mentions something really, really interesting here. I'm going to read here a little bit further here. It says they've become turgid, sanctimonious, predictable, joyless, and boring, not to mention bitter and negative, which is exactly true. We can call on Star Trek, which used to be a show of positivity, of a positive future. Now it's destruction, it's people within the crew infighting, trashing each other, dogging people out, and making a future that no one wants to live in. And so that is what Hollywood's been doing. So that's what it's saying here. It's so joyless and boring, not to mention bitter and negative about the country that has created so much splendor and wealth for the lucky few who get a chance to appear at the ceremony. And so it's like other institutions, it has mistaken Twitter mobs for the voice of the people and allowed itself to be guided by the former at the expense of heeding the latter. What they're saying here is those blue checkmark brigade, the people who are loud on Twitter, these studios and these companies think that that's real life. They think that that is indicative of real life. They don't really have really good analysis on what the average person cares about. If they did, they would change what they're trying to do. But they're playing both sides because Hollywood's loud. They say what they want to say. They live in their bubbles and they just don't understand. And that's what's going on with Hollywood. That's what's going on with everything in the woke society. They destroy everything they touch. And I'm looking forward to do my Star Wars expose where I bring out all of that behind the scenes from Disney and how they destroyed Star Wars and how we can parallel that with everything else. It's just change the pieces and it all fits into place from everything because people are people and they have their own agendas and they operate in very much the same ways across the board. So I could go further on this, but I choose not to. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about this. What do you think about the Oscars? You didn't even know. I will say this though. This is the first time. This is very historic for me because for the first time in my life, not only did I not watch any Oscar movies, which is I've done that before, but I don't even know. I can't name you one movie that's nominated for anything for any Oscar. Period. I can't name you one single movie at all. So, and to this date of this particular time of this filming of this video, 4:27 at about 6 o'clock in the morning, I don't even know who won Best Picture, nor do I care. So that's the first for me, and it's really, really tragic. So not only does the social justice destroy everything it touches, it also destroys things that we love, like the NFL, like the NBA, like the Oscars, like the movies. But the good thing about it is we get to find other things that are joyful as well, like our families, free time, and the UFC, which, by the way, is awesome. Check it out. 261 was amazing. Check it out. Anyway, what are your thoughts about all this? I'm curious to know what you think. Please comment below. And as always, please check out some content that we have right